One, two. It looks like we're having fun.
Let's have fun.
That's what I do.
I'm not as expert as him.
Here's one good thing. One. One, two. Now. One, two. Romania lady. That's very nice. In the bowling. You smile. First of all, I want to give you a warm welcome to tonight's dinner. I'm very glad that we have so many of our colleagues from all over the world here. I mean, this is an important evening. I think we've had a very productive day. I think we all learned a lot today, and I think it's a good occasion to celebrate the fact that our 10 years are coming up. I mean, I still remember that 1st of July 2009 when Gavin and I started. I mean, there were others that were already very much immersed in AMC, like Victor Katz and George Springsteen and others. But I mean, officially, the first two employees were Gavin and me. Gavin, I mean, technically and rightly so, claimed that he was number one and I was number two.
Technically, I was number one. So you joined until after. Sorry.
And so that you know, I mean, the sort of the venture capital spirit at the time. I mean, some of my first tasks were to go and get the business cards, Kinko's. One of the first real tasks that I was involved in was that Ruth was already hired and she was moving. So we had to pay for the moving company. And I remember running to the Citibank office that's close to the World Bank and to pay for her move. Okay? so that you see, I mean, the sort of things that I had to do, so that you don't underestimate. Okay, so I mean, this is really a real landmark year for us. I mean, it's been 10 years. I mean, it's a period where we all have to think about what we've done, and I can say that we can be very pleased with what we have achieved. AMC is now a very large private equity firm. I think I saw some statistic in one of the specialized magazines, and I mean, we were, amongst the top 100, okay, which for any firm that's only 10 years old, it's a big achievement. And we've raised over $10 billion. We've got 58 limited partners, some of the best limited partners in the world, and out of the 15 largest pockets of money in the world, 8 are investors in the AMC. So that's not a small achievement. So I want to congratulate each and every one of you for having done really a magnificent job. I can tell you, you work very hard, and you continue to work very hard. This is not an easy job. It's been a difficult context within IFC. It's been a difficult context in the markets, and it's been a difficult context in terms of raising money. But everything that we tried, we've managed to make a success of. And I know that we would have liked to give all our investors better returns than what we're giving now. But what I can say is that, as we saw today in one of the learning sessions, the way you produce return on investment is a formula. But that formula is a formula that's basically financially driven. What was missing in that formula, which had 3 elements, was this 4th element, which has to do with all the value that we bring to our shareholders by investing alongside the World Bank Group. And I can also say that they really value the fact that we provide them with information. We have information that very few others have. And they do appreciate that. I know that, as I said, we've not been as great as I think we will be during the next 10 years, and we are now seeing signals of that happening. But we're going to get there, and investors are going to give us another chance. We've been very humble in terms of recognizing our lessons learned. We have had a few trials of that, talking to our board. And I know that this year there's been some unease about this merger of AMC into IFC. But I would say that when everything is said and done, we are all going to be better off after we do it. I couldn't believe it when one of my colleagues needed to go to London, and I heard that with her passport, she needs up to 3 weeks to get a visa. The moment that some of you that are AMC LLC employees become IFC employees, you get the LP and you can go to London without any visa. You just go into London with your passport and you're in. That's going to make a big difference. And I please ask you to be very confident that no one will be worse off than you are today. One of the things that I wanted to do now is I wanted to welcome 5 new staff, and I'll have the names here. These are Ha, Megan, Jody, Max, and of course Keith, who's a rejoiner. And also this is difficult in that 3 colleagues are going to leave us very soon. One is Victor, who's not here tonight, but he was very much together with Declan, whom we really miss, amongst the founders of the whole AMC concept. And but he's going to be leaving. Darius, who's been a great colleague while we were at IFC and while we've been here at AMC, and George Ombima. I was just telling an anecdote that I managed to convince a security officer in South Africa that him and I are half brothers. And we just have so, and of course Serge, who has brought a lot to the Fund of Funds group. So I really want to thank these guys. We are going to miss you, and before I continue, I just want a big round of applause. Now, we have to be very positive about the future. Looking forward, and this is within the next 12 months, we will be in the market raising 4 funds. Okay, so that some of my fund colleagues are happy. I mean, we are going to do a follow-on to the Fund of Funds. We've had demand from at least one limited partner to do a follow-on. Reyes has told me that one of those funds already generating carry, which will be very important for us. So that's really appreciated. We are going to launch 2 funds, which are follow-on funds to the ALAC fund, a LAC fund and an Africa fund. They are at different stages of progress, but we're making progress. And we are going to do a tracker fund in a market segment that we're still identifying. It could be that we do green banking, it could be that we do banking on women, it could be that we do health or education, but I mean, we've now concluded that the best way to handle that is by doing something very specific with investors that think like IFC does, and where there's going to be a lot of impact, and investors will be perfectly fine with following IFC into this crisis. So just to finish up, I want to thank you again. You've been a wonderful, marvelous group. You've endured difficult situations, but you are great, and you are going to even achieve greater things. So all I can say is thank you, thank you, thank you, and I look forward to the next 10 years, which will be even better than the first 10 years. Thank you very much.